ever gonna get. It's SeaBass, the Ganon main that a lot of people have ran into on Wi-Fi, on Elite Smash, and are terrified of.
Will Beast, after getting ranked first, he beat the SeaBass out of it? We'll find out today. This Ganon is a menace, right? Like, no matter whenever players or just anyone like fights him for the first time, I don't think anyone's ever beaten this guy the first time, except for like Twitch. I don't think anyone's like beaten him the first time playing it. I remember Merc played him at PSS. Like, lost to Merc when he was first in Philly, so like, Beast definitely got to be careful here. Looking pretty good so far. Already getting 118 with Ganon. That's finally finding an opening. It's got to be scary.
Oh my gosh,
you can delete your stock just like that!
It doesn't even matter! Momo, it doesn't matter because when you're going up against SeaBass, you're probably thinking to yourself, this is just a Ganon main. No, it's not a Ganon main. This is SeaBass.
It's the Ganon main.
This is the Ganon main. This is the hit. This is the final boss of them all when it comes to the Ganon mains. And despite everything, this is a stock.
No shot,
oh my
dude.
God. This is a whole stock being taken, 2 stocks in a span of 1 minute being taken away from Beast after a phenomenal start. It was 100% tacked on with no damage built up. And in the blink of an eye, SeaBass running away with this one. And it's only game 1.
I was talking about it, and honestly, like, I didn't know if I believed, like, SeaBass story, right? Like, there's no way this guy's crazy. It's just Ganon. But, like, this guy's awareness, like, you can take that beating for the entire time and find literally one opening, actually obliterate stocks. And look at the awareness there, getting away from the flare blitz. SeaBass holding on to the stock. They don't find that down air. They're getting so much, 99% on top of Beast right now. You gotta be careful, because literally anything from Ganon, especially even as Zard, can destroy your stock.
Yeah, and despite everything, we all know how good of a player Beast is, because this is where he wins these. We know that he is capable of just running away with it, but despite everything, the quick run it back motion coming out from Beast, as SeaBass, he just erupted. He literally just said, hit me all you want, because when my time comes, you are not going to expect it, you are not going to believe it, and you are not going to take this game as SeaBass with the Rampage. The quick 118, and it didn't even matter because everything set up for him to get that stock with 0 issues. And not even that first stock, because he ran away with the second stock as well once he got the little gimp off stage with the up B. But running it back here to game 2, Beast has some... Beast can't be comfortable right now. That's one thing's for sure. Against SeaBass, against this Ganon, there's no room for comfort at any point in time.
The thing about Beast's gameplay in general, the thing about him is that, like, he likes to hold forward, right? He's a very aggressive player, albeit his aggressive play is very good. But against a character like Ganon, against a player like SeaBass who can take advantage of that, if you get caught whiffing a move, you will blow up at 80%. He's already losing. You've got to be careful. You've got to take a step back and realize, like, I'm fighting Ganondorf. I need to just, like, not interact with this character. I can't keep giving SeaBass the time of day. If I give him the time of day, he's gonna run with it.
With the very few loyalists there are to the Ganon character, it just goes to show you that loyalty does pay off. And despite everything, still making it back on stage safely, despite everything, despite people calling this character a low tier, despite saying this character is not good, SeaBass just proving everybody, all the doubters wrong, especially against a player like Beast. This is not just your average player. This is Beast, #1 in Philly, and potentially a future PGR player as well. But Beast responding back, finally getting the stock off, but still can't get too comfortable yet. This is just the name of the game. Against SeaBass, it doesn't matter if you're up or you're down. You can't stop that momentum.
Like, all this damage you're getting on, you got to realize this is still Ganondorf. You're at 60%. You are at kill percent. You go above 30, you're at kill percent. Like, the up air coming through there.
Oh my
SeaBass
God.
again, no tech there. Oh no. Beast, you've got to be careful. Nice using that instant grapple to get back on the ledge.
Okay.
Charizard comes out, the whiff. Up tilt, it's going to be bad for SeaBass when we get back onto the stage right now. Oh, okay.
Despite the punishable recovery that Ganon has, it just seems like SeaBass recovers in a way that you can't touch him. Like, usually you can edgeguard Ganon with ease, but everything, like, the moment that SeaBass sees you go off stage, he's either throwing out an up air, a nair, something to tell you, hey, get off me. I'm going to make it back on stage, and I'm going to make sure that if you get this stock, you're going to earn it on the stage.
Exactly, man. I mean, SeaBass is earning his keep. 136. anything causes the stock. Ganon, any of these aerials will close the stock on Ganondorf. I have to say that too. The side beat, the dash tech, no tech there from Beast. We're in a last stock situation. Beast could go down in 2-0 fashion if he isn't careful here.
And he has
You're still Squirtle.
Yeah.
You remember what happened last time? You got F smash at 60.
Yes, sir. You have to be very careful if you're going to stick it out with the Squirtle. The Squirtle, of course, is always going to build up the combo damage. But right now, you have to switch off because you are at kill percent. Even Ivysaur at this point is at kill percent. So are we going to see the switch off to Zard real soon? The patented and tried and true character. This is enough to give the Ganon. And this is where it pays off. The sigh of relief coming out from Beast, realizing that he just got away with murder there, taking that game too. But, I mean, no room for comfort. This is a Ganon that knows how to win games. And despite, you know, the overcommitment right there, you know, you just got to realize those are the flaws of Ganon. That's the only way you're probably ever, that's probably going to be the only stock we see SeaBass overcommit, because now he has an understanding, I can't do this against Beast.
You've got to realize, man, you can't overcommit against a player like this. Beast, the thing about him, too, he keeps everything a secret until he needs to, right? Like, if you go off stage like that, he hasn't really done that at all, but he goes back with that Ivysaur in there and he closes out the stock. He's getting these good Squirtle combos on right now, trying to close the stock here with the Ivysaur. Closing out the stocks here early against the Ganon is what you need to do, because you do not want to deal with a Ganon with Rage. He can absolutely obliterate your stocks, as we saw in that game 1.
Oh, and going for a desperate grab option right there, despite the tech not being existent right there from SeaBass, but avoiding once again a good chunk of damage and a potential disadvantage state is Beast, but no room for comfort. Covering the options right there is SeaBass.
Nice switch there to Charizard. Beast, trying to find that F smash, and SeaBass is on top of it. Trying to catch the jump there with the F smash, just barely avoiding it. Huge Charizard back air, and that Nair's definitely going to do it. Nice stuff. Taking advantage of that recovery, and Beast takes the lead early on.
And that's exactly what you have to do against Ganon. You got to exploit the bad options that this character faces.
Oh my god.
We've seen that position before. This time, SeaBass wanting to find the opening, but the Flare Blitz going to come in clutch and be the saving grace of Beast, and still hanging on to the first stock.
Yeah, Beast at 149, this Charizard with so much rage, it's got to be so scary. But SeaBass with the immediate up smash, down 40%, but Ganon with a little bit of rage could be huge for him. Beast trying to do all he can with that Ivysaur. Waiting out the downer. Good stuff from SeaBass. Waiting it out with Ganon of all characters. You're insane.
We save our jumps out here, says SeaBass. We know what we're doing with our character. It don't matter how bad my recovery is. It don't know how exploitable and how big of a character I am. You are not going to take this stock by spiking me like that. As SeaBass living it out, but still has a lot of room to make up as he sits at 130%. And the beautiful swap right there coming out from Beast just in the nick of time to get the stock and build up a one-stock lead.
A little bit too lost in the sauce there. SeaBass down a decent amount. Beast is trying to accentuate his lead there with the Ivysaur. Say that too. Double Nair. Might close it out with this Charizard here. That F is going to. This might be it. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, no, you're dead to that.
Unfortunate.
Wow. Clean last stock from Beast. Taking that set 2-1 over SeaBass.
There was, like, I'm going to keep saying it, there is never any moment where you should be comfortable against SeaBass. Like, it doesn't matter who he has on the board, whether it's the Ganon or whether it's the Kazuya. He just really made a statement with that game 1. Yeah. You know about the Kazuya?
I don't know about the Kazuya.
You don't want to know about the Kazuya. And good thing you didn't get to see the Kazuya, because you'd be complaining, and I'm pretty sure Beast would have been complaining as well. But because the tried and true stayed with the Ganon for all 3 games, I mean, it's just how the story goes sometimes. SeaBass does have a chance in loser's bracket, but for those who didn't know who SeaBass was, I mean, that's probably the best example where we can give you at a high level type of environment against a player of Beast's caliber.
Yeah, man. I mean, SeaBass even taking a game and bringing it that close with the best player in Philly at the moment is a feat all on its own. I mean, but we have to talk about Beast's adaptation in the end there.